Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Sargeras would disagree. He didn't want to reign in hell. He wanted to burn everything else down first. Last in the legends of Warcraft. Let English find you along the way. Hey, Leora.
Hey, so, today's the day.
Sargeras.
Sargeras. We left him walking away from the Pantheon back in episode 3, alone, convinced the universe was doomed, convinced no one understood him.
Very dramatic exit.
Very. But here's the thing. He didn't just sit in a corner feeling sorry for himself. He thought. And the more he thought, the more certain he became. The Void Lords had already corrupted one world's soul. There could be others. Maybe many others. Maybe it was already too late for most of creation.
And his conclusion was,
burn it all. Purge the universe in fire. A grand burning crusade. If everything is already infected, the only way to stop the Void Lords is to leave them nothing to corrupt.
his solution to the universe might be doomed was to personally doom the universe.
When you put it that way, it does sound a bit circular. But in his mind, a dead universe is better than one owned by the void. He'd made his peace with that. And once Sargeras makes his peace with something, he moves fast.
Where did he go first?
Mardoom. The prison Sargeras had forged long ago, during the age when he and Agrimar fought demons side by side to trap demons from returning. Remember, over the years it had filled up. Bloated with fell magic, bathed in lurid green glow, vengeful demons who had been sitting in there for millennia getting angrier by the day.
And he was going to open it.
Now, here's a detail I find genuinely interesting. The original text says that before he acted, Sargeras had to quell his remaining apprehension. He still felt it, some last flicker of hesitation. But he pushed it down, and he tore the prison open.
That little detail makes it even worse somehow.
Right? Because it means he knew. On some level, he knew what he was doing, and he did it anyway. And the explosion that followed was more powerful than even he had expected. Fell magic poured out in a wave that hit Sargeras directly.
What happened to him?
His eyes burst, erupted in emerald fire. Fell volcanoes tore open across his skin. His whole body became something else, cracked, burning, leaking rage from every surface. The greatest warrior the universe had ever known, and he was now walking fell disaster.
Okay, terrifying, but also kind of awesome. Like, if you're going to go full villain, that's how you do it.
And yet his mind stayed locked on one thing, his purpose. Even through all of that, he didn't lose his goal, which, honestly, makes him more terrifying, not less.
Okay, I have to say it. As a villain, Sargeras is kind of incredible.
He really is. There's a reason players have been in awe of this guy across multiple expansions. He's not a cartoon. He's a being of immense power who made a terrible choice for reasons that came from somewhere real. You don't have to agree with him to find him compelling.
So he's got his exploded prison, his transformed body, and now a yard full of demons. What next?
He offered them a deal, simple and efficient. He had learned by this point how to permanently destroy a demon's spirit, not just their body. So the offer was, fight at my command or be extinguished.
That is an extremely persuasive negotiation tactic.
Not a lot of room to say no. And honestly, for demons, burning everything down wasn't exactly a tough sell. That's just Tuesday for them. Beyond the threat, very on brand for Sarg, he gave them something too. He poured his own fell power into them. Some grew in size, others got sharper minds, better instincts. He didn't just threaten them into following him, he made them into something greater. United, empowered, and absolutely furious.
the Burning Legion was born.
And they acted immediately. The first world they hit had been ordered by the Pantheon. Mortal civilizations wiped out. Dozens of species wiped out. The constellar the Pantheon had stationed there, annihilated.
Just another Tuesday for Sarge. Next world.
That's how Agramar found out. Word reached him of the Constellar's death. More reports came in. He tracked down the Burning Legion and arrived just in time to catch the Legion in the act. And leading them, wrapped in fire, completely unrecognizable.
His mentor.
His best friend. The being he had fought beside for millennia. Agramar was stunned. He demanded an explanation, and Sargeras gave him one sentence. This burning crusade is the only way to save the universe. Anyone who stands against it burns with everything else.
So Agramar did what any reasonable person would do in that situation.
He challenged him to single combat.
Yeah, that tracks.
In front of the entire demon army, 2 titans, the greatest warriors the universe had ever produced, going at each other, and Agramar found out very quickly that this was not the Sargeras he knew.
Fell magic.
Fell magic. Titans are uniquely vulnerable to it. It tears through their defenses in a way almost nothing else can. Sargeras hit him again and again, and Agramar couldn't hold. He was being taken apart. In a final desperate move, Agramar threw everything he had into one strike.
And?
Their blades met. The collision released a massive burst of energy, fell and arcane clashing all at once. When it cleared, both swords had been shattered.
Even at his worst, Agramar made him work for it.
That's the thing. Agramar was losing. But he was losing to the most powerful being in the universe. Heavily wounded, he pulled back and returned to the Pantheon. And when he told them what he had seen...
I can only imagine how that conversation went.
Disbelief, mostly. Their most noble warrior, the one who had sworn to protect creation, was now leading an army to end it. But they agreed they couldn't just do nothing. So the full Pantheon mobilized. Every last one of them. They found Sargeras near a world called Nihilam and confronted him together.
The whole Pantheon versus Sargeras and the Legion.
Amenthul spoke first. He pleaded. He tried reason. He told Sargeras about Azeroth, this extraordinary world soul they had found, more powerful than any they had ever seen, powerful enough in time to challenge the Void Lords directly. There was another way. There was hope.
And Sargeras heard all of this and...
said nothing and didn't move.
He just... didn't care anymore.
He listened. He listened carefully. But he was unmoved. And then Agramar tried something different. He put down his weapon, walked toward Sargeras unarmed, started talking about their battles together, the oaths they had sworn, the things they had built side by side.
Oh.
He was trying to reach out the friend that was still in there. Some part of him believed, even after everything, that something noble was still buried somewhere in Sargeras.
Was he right?
Maybe there was something still in there. We can't know. What we do know is what Sargeras did. With a howl of rage and sorrow, both at the same time, he struck Agramar down. His ruined fell blade nearly cleaved him in two.
Rage and sorrow.
Rage and sorrow. Not just fury. Both. Which tells you something, doesn't it?
It tells you he felt it.
He felt it. And he did it anyway. That's the thing about Sargeras. Once he sets his mind on something, the universe itself isn't enough to stop him. It's just that for most of history, that force was pointed at protecting creation. And now it wasn't.
Okay. The Pantheon has just watched him nearly kill Agramar. What do?
They stop trying to talk, pull out all the stops. Every titan, every power against Sargeras and the Legion. Stars literally withered and died in the space where the battle took place. The world of Nilam was warped and scarred so badly that it became known forever after as the Doom World.
And given that the Burning Legion would go on to show up at Azeroth's door not once, not twice, yeah, it's safe to say things didn't go well for the Pantheon.
They couldn't overcome the Fel. Even together, even at full strength, they couldn't stop him. Sargeras broke their will and then summoned a massive Felstorm to finish them, to destroy their bodies and souls completely.
But
Norgannon. At the 11th hour, the Master of Knowledge and Magic bent the raw energies of the universe to his will. He wove a protective shroud around each of the Titan spirits and launched them into the Great Dark before the storm could consume them.
so their spirits survived.
Their spirits survived. Their bodies did not. And Sargeras, standing in the wreckage, watching the Felstorm finish its work, declared victory. He believed the Pantheon was gone. He didn't know about the spirits.
Sarg's thinking nailed it.
Now, the only obstacle to his burning crusade, gone. And during the confrontation, he learned something else. Aman'Thul had told him about Azeroth. He now knew the name of the most powerful world soul in existence.
But not where it is.
He has a name, not a location. But without the Pantheon standing in his way, he has time to find it. And in the meantime, he noticed a problem with his army.
What kind of problem?
His demons were great at destruction, not so great at thinking. Most of his forces lacked tactical intelligence. They fought with rage, not strategy. And Sarg, for all his madness, was never stupid.
He wanted better officers.
He wanted to handpick his commanders, the kind that could actually lead, not just charge. And he already had somewhere in mind to find them.
Where?
A world called Argus. And that is where our next episode begins. Because what happened on Argus is one of the most dramatic and genuinely heartbreaking stories in all of Warcraft history. Brilliant commanders, a civilization at its peak, and a choice that would define their entire race forever.
The Eredar.
Next time. But before we go, I want to leave you with a question, because this episode raises something that I think about a lot.
Go on.
Sargeras told the Pantheon he was doing all of this to stop the Void Lords, and he knew about Azeroth, a world soul that, if it grew to maturity, might actually be strong enough to challenge the Void Lords directly. He heard that from Aman'Thul himself, and it made no difference. So here's the question. At what point did this stop being about saving the universe and start being about something else entirely?
Pride. Certainty. The inability to admit he might have been wrong.
Or maybe grief. The kind that goes so deep it turns into something unrecognizable. You tell me.
That's the question for this episode. What do you think drove Sargeras past the point of no return? Was it logic? Was it madness? Or was it something more human than either of those? Drop your thoughts wherever you find us.
If you enjoyed this one, subscribe so you don't miss what comes next.
If you're learning English, or if some Warcraft terms felt confusing, tap the video link in the top right. Our vocabulary episode explains useful English expressions from today's story, along with the Warcraft terms we mentioned. See you next time.
See ya.